In the last topic, we understood how to play around with the list. We understood how the list can be converted to different data structures. Now, here in this particular topic, we are going to understand what kind of operations that you can perform on a list. Adding, deleting, all those operations we'll learn in this particular topic. Now, I hope you have got your Jupyter notebook ready. Let's do it together. So to begin with, I'm going to start with how you can add value to the list. When I say add, it includes 4 different operations: assign, append, extend, insert. Let's look at each one of them. Assign. Let me take a small example. I've got a list. I'm creating a new list, my list, which will have a range 0 to 10, which I'm embedding it as a list, and then I'm doing it. This is something we have already executed, so you know how it works. Now when I print my list, you get the values 0 to 9, very clearly documented. Now you can use an existing index number to alter the value at that index. So let's say my list of 0 is equal to 99. That means you're saying the first value of this particular list, I'm going to change it to 99. Shall we try that? Let's see how the my list is now after assigning 99. Now you have changed the list. Now you're able to change the value from 0 to 99. Now you know how to assign. Just by pulling up the index value on the list, you can assign values and thereby the list gets updated. Now let's come to append. Append is used when we want to add a single value to the list. So let's take, for example, take the my list. It had 10 values. So automatically the length, when you try to check using the len function, which we learned earlier, it's going to return the value 10. Now I want to append one more value to this list. Like we started with 0 to 9, we changed 0 to 99. Now we have 10 values. I want to add the 11th value. So my list.append 90. What will happen? It will add 90 at the beginning or at the end. It will add it at the end. Let's check that out. So now you can see 90 getting added there. So append is helping you to add values to the list. Now again check the length. Now it is going to show 11. Sometimes when you are maintaining some data structures with multiple values, you may use such kind of operations to ensure that you are not disturbing the existing values. You are just appending values to the list. Now let me go for the next one, extend. Take my list. Let's understand what is there in my list. These are the 11 values that are there in my list now. Now I want to add one more value to this list. So I want to extend this, adding one more value. So I'm saying my list dot extend, and I'm saying 4 different values. Remember in the earlier one, when I said append, I just added one value. Now here I'm adding 4 different values and I'm extending it with 4 different values. Shall we see how this operation is performed? We have got all the 4 values added here: 200, 300, 400 and 500 added to my list. Now check out the length. From 11 it has increased to 15. So append and extend adds the new values at the end of the list. But in case if you want to add values to a specific index, you can use insert. You have seen different ways of adding values to the list. The 4th way or the 4th approach is insert, when you want to add it at a specific index. So I want to insert value 999 at the index 1. So what should I do? I'm just saying my list.insert. I'm giving the index value 1 and I'm adding the value 999. Now when I click this, actually the value at 1 is inserted with 999. Let me check the outcome. Remember, it is not 1 getting replaced by 999 here. I'm adding 999 in that index value 1. That's the reason you see 99 at 0, 999 at 1, and then the value that was earlier at index 1 has moved to index 2, that is 1. So this is how the insert can be done. So just to quickly summarize before I move on to the next one, you can perform 4 different ways to add values to the list. So what have we done? Insert, to insert it at any index value. Then you add append, then extend, and then finally we also add assign. So 4 different ways you can add values to the list. Now moving on, I am going to teach you how to delete or remove elements from the list. How do we do that? Let's check that out. Again, 4 different approaches. I'll start with the basic one, del. So take the my list. I've created one just for the sake. I've just updated with these values. I just want to delete one item which is at a specific index. Here, for example, it's at value 2. So del.mylist 2. When I execute this, automatically the mylist will be removed with the value that is at 2. So what was it at index value 2? The number 3. That has been removed from the list. So del function with the corresponding list name and the index value, when you put it across, you are able to delete a specific value from the list. When you want to delete multiple items, you can even use the range. So del mylist 0:4 means 0 to 4 all the items will be deleted. Check this out. All the initial values are deleted. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 are available now. I hope you are able to understand how this works. If you want to delete the entire list, don't give the starting value and the ending value. Just use del directly. All the values in the my list will be deleted. Check this out. There is no value in this list. By the way, my list is still there. You have not deleted my list. You have just deleted values or the elements that have been stored in my list. So you have understood how to use the del function for deleting or removing items. Now let's go to pop. So remove method is used to remove the given item, and pop method is used to remove an item in a given index. So you're learning 2 different approaches here, remove and pop. So take the same my list. I'm just restoring it to the older values since we have performed multiple operations. I'm just adding and creating a new list with 1 to 10. Now let's say, for example, I want to remove the value at the last index. I'm saying mylist.pop. That means the last value or the value in the last index is going to be removed. So 10 has been popped out. Okay. Now when I print my list, so 10 is out of the list, if you notice. So it has popped out 10 and 10 is out, only 9 values are getting displayed. If I say pop out the value which is in index value 5. Now when you do that, 6 value is popped out and it has been removed from the list, as you can see. Now moving on, you have understood pop. Now let me move on to remove. Let's say my list carries 1 to 10 and then Pramod. Now remove the list value equal to 10. So mylist.remove 4. So what will it remove? Let's check that out. When you print my list with 4 passed across, you can see that the value 4 has been removed. So remove the list value equal to 10. That's what has been done here. So you have removed certain items from the list. So I hope you have understood how the remove function works. Now let's concatenate 2 lists. There are 2 lists that I have, A and B. How can I concatenate 2 lists? That is adding the elements of both the lists. Let's check that out. As you can see, I have 2 lists, list A, list B. A is this, B is this. Let me execute and create them to begin with. Now I am creating list total, which is nothing but the concatenation of 2 different lists, list A and list B. Now let me print it and see what is the value. So 1, 2, 3 and 3, 4, 5 is concatenated and I am getting 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5 in one list. Now it is no longer 2 lists. I have stored them in one list, which is list total. Now let me explain to you how you can sort list. So you can create a list containing strings to begin with. So alf list is something that I've created. B, Z, V, R, P are the 5 characters that I've stored in the alphabet list. Now I want to use sort function to sort all the elements in the list. So I have something called as a sort function, sort open brackets and close brackets. When I pass this list and execute the sort function on that, the values in that list get sorted. Now when I execute this, can you see that BZVRP has been changed to BPRVZ? So alphabetically this is sorted just by using the sort function. So this has given me a good new sorted list now. So same way, if I use numbers, can I sort it in this way? Yes, very well. I'm creating a number list, I'm executing them, and I have created a bunch of values there. Now I'm using sort reverse equal to false. That is, in a way, I'm doing reverse sorting. What do you think would be the result? Check this out. Let's see whether you are right. Now it is sorting 5, 23, 45, 76, 98. So unlike the alphabetical order, it is going in the descending order or the ascending order, I would say. That's the right word. So 5, 23, 45, 76, 98. That's how it has been sorted. So sort function doesn't work in case we have a mixed data type list. This is something you should be aware of. Now let me move on. I have something called as the reverse list. So reverse list means I've got a list that I've created 11, 2, 23, 4, 15, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I want to use the reverse function just to reverse the items on the list. Let's see what happens when I execute mylist.reverse. Check out the output. It just has reversed the values. Whatever elements that are stored in the list, 10 comes first, 9 comes next, 8 comes next. So the whole list of items are reversed in the new list that I have created. Since I use the same list and I have executed the function on it, the values are reversed and stored in the same list. Same way I can do iteration. How do I iterate over items of the list? So it starts with my list. I'm creating a new list. For every item in the list, do you remember the for loops? I'm bringing that concept here and I'm saying that for every item in the loop, this particular list, I want you to print. So I've got 10 different items in the list. When I print it, I'm able to see it since it was in for loop.